It's been 4 years since we last saw Toothless, Hiccup, and the rest of our favorite Vikings. We are pumped about the third installment in How to Train Your Dragon franchise. Stay tuned to find out all the deets about the new movie. Are you a total movie buff? Subscribe to keep up with all the 411 about your favorite flicks. Now let's talk about everything we know about How to Train Your Dragon 3, The Hidden World.
Our story changed the world forever.
In 2010, DreamWorks took the world by storm with the release of How to Train Your Dragon. This movie, based off the book by Cressida Cowell, was a huge hit. Hiccup was the son of a Viking leader, but he's not exactly tough Viking material. He's a bit of a more sensitive type and not really into the whole pillage and plunder scene. Hiccup's people have been attacked by dragons for generations, and they hunt the creatures. He hunts his first dragon, but when he tries to finish the job, he finds that he cannot do it. Hiccup befriends the injured Night Fury dragon, who he named Toothless. He trains Toothless and learns to ride him after building him a prosthetic wing. With the help of Toothless, Hiccup learns that an evil dragon forces the other dragons to bring offerings of livestock. That's why all the dragons attack Hiccup's village. Toothless and Hiccup save the day, and soon all the Vikings have accepted dragons and learned to train them. 4 years later, DreamWorks released an awesome sequel. In fact, How to Train Your Dragon 2 is often considered to be the best DreamWorks film. In this movie, a crazy dude named Drago is trying to build an army of dragons. He has a bewilderbeast that can control smaller dragons. Hiccup meets his long-lost mother, and he learns that he has spent the last 20 years rescuing dragons from Drago. The bewildered beast hypnotizes Toothless, who tries to attack Hiccup but ends up hitting Hiccup's dad instead. We were hit with all the feels when Hiccup's dad was gone. So sad. Hiccup becomes the new chieftain and frees Toothless from the control of the bewilderbeast. However, they defeat the evil dragon and its master. There's a ton of action and humor packed into the first two movies, so we are very excited to get more of that in the third film. We've got all the info about How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World. Are you as excited as we are? Release date. Obviously, the important question is, when do we get to see this new movie? Seriously, we can't wait forever. But the good news is there is already a release date set, and it's not that far away. How to Train Your Dragon 3 releases in theaters on March 1st, 2019. Mark your calendars now. We will totally be there on opening day. Will you? While we wish it was released like tomorrow or something, we guess we can wait. After all, DreamWorks has a lot to live up to from the first two movies. We know they are working hard to make it perfect, and now we have plenty of time to rewatch the first two movies a few dozen times. Maybe that's just us? The awesome cast is back. Sometimes things change a lot in the years between sequels. There's always the chance that the old voice actors may not want to return, but we are in luck with How to Train Your Dragon 3. All of your favorite characters are returning, along with the actors who originally brought them to life. Hiccup looks a lot older with his Viking beard in the new trailer, but Jay Baruchel is still voicing him. We can't imagine any other voice being as perfect for Hiccup's character as Jay's. He's been busy since the last movie, and as of the date of this video, he has 5 movies in the works. We're ecstatic he found time to be Hiccup again. America Ferrera is back as Hiccup's girlfriend, Astrid. We love Astrid's tough but caring character. She is all about the girl power, so she makes the perfect Viking. What has America been up to since the second How to Train Your Dragon movie? The former Ugly Betty star has been on the TV show Superstore since 2015. We can't wait to have her bring Astrid back in the new movie. Kristen Wiig and TJ Miller are also returning as the hilarious Viking twins, Ruffnut and Tuffnut. Since Stoic, played by Gerard Butler, met his untimely end in the last movie, he will not be returning to the last one. Late night host Craig Ferguson will be back as Clobber. We also picked up some amazing new characters in How to Train Your Dragon 2. Kate Blanchett played Volka, Hiccup's mother. She will be back in the third film.
This is what it is to be a dragon.
We love that Hiccup comes by his love of dragons naturally. It's totally awesome that we'll get to know his mom even better. You might also remember Eret from the second movie. He was the guy who was forced to bring dragons for Drago's army. Eret, played by none other than Kit Harington, will also be back for How to Train Your Dragon 3. You may know Kit Harington as Jon Snow from Game of Thrones.
This is Jon Snow. He's king in the north.
Kit must be really into dragons. Toothless finds love. There's no doubt about it, Toothless is one of the most adorable dragons in movie history. Hiccup's loyal steed is a rare dragon known as a Night Fury. But much like his human, Toothless is a little awkward, and he is more than a little awkward in the trailer for the new movie. Toothless meets a girl dragon who looks a lot like him, only instead of being jet black, she is pure white. In the trailer, Astrid calls her a Light Fury. Whatever she is, Toothless is instantly smitten. He falls head over heels for this pretty dragon, or does he fall tails over wings? Toothless is a little unsure how to let this dragon know he's into her, and that's how a dragon is super relatable. Why are crushes so hard? Hiccup attempts to teach him dragon mating moves, but the Light Fury looks mostly confused and unimpressed. Toothless may just have to impress her with his awesome bravery instead. We sure hope Toothless has a happy ending with his dragon love. We can't wait to see this lovely Light Fury.
Toothless has a girlfriend.
Director Dean Dublois describes her as very rare, very elusive, and very wild. She sounds absolutely perfect for Toothless, but she is also the agent of change for Toothless, pulling him into his wild dragon destiny. That's going to be an important plot point in the new film. We hope it doesn't permanently pull Toothless away from Hiccup. There's a new villain. Hiccup starts to realize that maybe humans and dragons have different destinies, even though they can live together in peace. They live together in a basically perfect world of Vikings and dragons, and Hiccup and Toothless are what hold the world together. But as Toothless feels a call to his wild side, that perfect world starts to falter. But even as they are drawn apart, humans and dragons have a new common enemy. Grimmel the Grizzly is a big game hunter, and his game of choice is dragon. He is responsible for hunting the Night Furies like Toothless nearly into extinction. What a horrible dude. He's obsessed with hunting to the point that he's got some seriously shady morals. Toothless is the only Night Fury who Grimmel has not hunted. When Hiccup refuses to hand over Toothless, Grimmel vows to destroy everything Hiccup and Toothless love. Okay, Grimmel, that seems a bit dramatic, don't you think? Hiccup tells his Viking dragon Utopia that they must disappear from the map to save themselves and that they have to fight for the dragon's freedom. We can't wait to see some awesome dragon battle sequences. Grimmel is played by F. Murray Abraham, and from what we've seen in the trailer, he is perfect for this ruthless villain. The actor won an Academy Award for his role in Amadeus back in the 80s. He spent the last several years on the show Homeland. Grimmel is vicious, smart, and has a clear goal. F. Murray Abraham calls him a perfect balance to goodness. In other words, this dude is pure evil. He's definitely going to be a challenge to Hiccup and Toothless. We just hope we don't lose any more beloved characters like we did in How to Train Your Dragon 2. We don't know if we can handle that sort of emotion again. What is the hidden world? We don't have a ton of details about the plot yet. We know Toothless gets a girlfriend, and we know who the villain is. But the new movie is called The Hidden World. In the trailer, we hear Hiccup describe it as a hidden world of dragons. That sounds epic. Sign us up. How will this hidden world play into this plot? Is this where the Light Fury disappears to when she vanishes into thin air? Will all the dragons go there? So many questions. This is the end. The How to Train Your Dragon franchise will have been running for 9 years when the third film comes out. And while we wish we could get a new adventure with Toothless and Hiccup every few years, it seems that we just won't get it. How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World is the end of the franchise. The director, Dean Dublois, has been very clear on this point. He wanted to give the story a clear, definitive end. After all, the author of the books, Cressida Cowell, had a crystal clear resolution to her stories. We can expect the same from the new movie. Cowell explained in her last book why dragons are no longer around. Although the storyline has changed a lot for the movies, Dublois assures us we'll get an answer to that question too. Why aren't there dragons anymore? Could they come back? He promises that all these loose ends will be tied up in a nice neat bow for us. Wait a second, does that mean the story will end with all the dragons disappearing? In the trailer, Hiccup tells Toothless, "It's you and me forever." But is it? Is the dragon's destiny to leave the human world? Do they have to leave permanently to escape Grimmel? And if they can come back, is there a chance we could get another movie? We know Dublois says not, but we've seen it happen to other franchises. We won't hold our breath though. The director seems pretty clear about this being the end. We're not going to cry. We're not going to cry. It's a new DreamWorks era. DreamWorks has been producing amazing animated films for a really long time. Ants was the first DreamWorks animation film way back in 1998. That means they've been making animated movies for over 20 years. And they've given us some epic titles. Shrek won an Academy Award, and let's not forget forget the Madagascar and Kung Fu Panda franchises. Those early films were hilarious and lighthearted. More recently, DreamWorks has given us movies like Trolls and Home. While all these movies are a ton of fun and have easy-to-love characters, they often deal with some really dark storylines. How to Train Your Dragon 2 was really the turning point for DreamWorks to have some more serious drama-filled plots. After all, we can't forget how Hiccups' dad met his end at the hands of a bewitched Toothless. That is seriously tragic and left us totally shook. Then DreamWorks gave us Kung Fu Panda 2, which was basically about wiping out a whole race of creatures. That's some crazy dark stuff that sounds like it came out of history textbooks. If you get past the lighthearted characters in Trolls and Home, you'll see some other serious messages. DreamWorks has taken some huge cinematic risks, mixing kids' comedy with deeper adult themes, and that's part of the reason we love them.
Have a nice flight!
How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World will be the first movie to be released by DreamWorks since they have had a major business change. DreamWorks Animation has left 20th Century Fox and is now part of Comcast Corporation. That's a lot of boring business talk, but it could mean a lot of big changes for the DreamWorks films we've come to love. The second How to Train Your Dragon movie was a major turning point, and now the third one will set a new standard under a new company. We have no idea what this means for movies in the future, but we are excited to find out. We've never been disappointed by DreamWorks yet. This new movie is going to be lit. It seems that How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World will be a turning point for Toothless, Hiccup, and the company, so it's going to be epic. We have so many questions, and we cannot wait until March 1st, 2019 to see the new movie. What are you most excited about to see in How to Train Your Dragon 3? Who is your favorite character? Don't be shy. Let us know in the comments. That's what we know about How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. Keep up with all the upcoming movies by subscribing today, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up.